Hi everyone, so this week has been a big week for the D20 multiverse. We finally, Oli, do you want, yeah, he's not going to explain this. We finally had Matthew Mercer like one of the tweets that Oli was putting out. Any comment on this, Oli?
He liked it.
He did indeed. I'll put up proof right there, bang, of him liking. It was one of Oli's poems that he brought from his emo years. So finally, we can put to bed this whole notice me, Mercer thing, attention seeking.
No, now I have to talk to him and find him, and I have to talk to him and explain all the reasons why we would be best friends, because I don't think we'd get along. I just need to find him and get him in a room for like an hour and explain it to him.
How about we just say hi to him next time? Like, how about hi?
Okay.
Can you say it? Say it.
I love you, Mercer!
Oh, this is going to be rough.
Hello, and welcome to NPCs of Wildemount reviewing Critical Role 2, episode 43. I can't help it. It's hard to not remember.
You had been doing so well of not needing to go. Episode 43.
The streak had to break eventually.
Yes.
So I think I got 2 episodes in where I didn't.
Yes, but I have to admit, this is probably one of the best episodes of Campaign 2.
I would have to agree.
And it just felt like it flowed like, I hate to say it, like a Campaign 1 episode. It felt very good.
Yeah, no, I think one of the hints as to why it was like a quite well-oiled machine was Sam's flask that said we made a good plan. So obviously they had a little bit of metagaming off camera, but
yeah, they did.
Some kind
you could tell that.
Well, like Bo and Caleb's plan or Jester's and Bo's plan was not actually spoken about. They just dove right into it. But hey, it's fine. It's fine. It's what happens.
And because when they have it, it's like everyone's like,
yeah.
It's like, that would be a big moment if someone just improv that.
This is, see, when you're like me and you learn how to validate your lies throughout your life when you're living a complete charade, you do in those moments get to fake some what kind of, but always in a British accent because people trust the British. So, what happened there?
Because they do a good the cast do a good surprise thing when the episode ends, because they're always like, oh, and it's like, you know it was about to end. Yes, I mean, you've literally been doing this for 4 hours, and it goes 4 hours every single time, and you're always shocked, and every time I'm just like, yeah, we know that's a little bit. But I mean, it's clearly scripted. Yeah, obviously. But we look past that. Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah. So
let's get into the episode.
Great episode. So it starts with actually my first note is God, I'm jealous of their minis and maps, which has nothing to do with the actual episode. I was just jealous.
I was like, we'll jump right into this. Let's talk about something not related to it.
No, but then okay. So basically, we start where we left off. By the way, I'm talking at 3,000 RPM. I've had like 10,000 copies today, and I gave it up for a week. So
because you have to realise our accent. People don't understand.
Yes.
So slow down.
So coming up the outside track, we've got Not Again, followed by Half a Chance.
I like I try and help, and then you just ruin it.
Yeah, so we start with the continuation of right after Caleb casts Wall of Fire. Now, I didn't actually know that Wall of Fire can be shaped.
Yeah, like a U.
Yeah, I don't know if there wasn't any space.
I don't think it was intentional, but it was very useful later on.
Yes. Yeah. So, a high-level spell, very, very powerful. If you want to play a damage mage, this is one of the ones you pretty much have to have in your arsenal. It's evilly powerful. So it's like what, like 5d8, something like that. Something madness. 5d8, but only on one side, so you can like completely be shielded on your side and just damaging.
Because you can decide which side gets the fire, and obviously we're going to put the fire of the bad guys with Avantika and their crew.
You would hope so, yes.
Yeah, it would be a bit of a like I want to light ourselves on fire.
Yeah. Oh shit! No, I'm holding the manual upside down. Fuck. TPK. Oh well. The other cool thing is they can't see through it, so it's opaque. So they can. It's basically like wall of stone. They can't see through it, but it does damage. It's amazing.
And effectively, a battle begins.
Yes.
But really early on in the battle, Bo and Jester, or Jester specifically, makes a dimension door.
Yeah.
Because Bo has grabbed the little book. What are we calling it? A diary or book?
I'd say journal, diary.
Journal.
War plan.
The journal, which all has Avantika's stuff in it.
Yeah, what they need to implicate it, really.
Yeah, and Dimensions Door out of the battle.
Yeah.
To try and get to the Plant King sooner rather than later.
So basically, Dimension Door, you have to know where you're going, but it's only a certain range, I think. So they end up towards the Broken Carpet, and they're just going straight to the Plant King, hand it over, be like, look, proof.
Now they are lucky this went well.
Yes.
Because you imagine 2 of your party members just out.
The tank being one of them.
Yeah, the tank being one of them.
And the healer being the other.
Yeah, and just, healer. Well, come on, healer.
Okay, all right,
really?
The healer, but I mean, the healing ability, I guess.
Yeah, healing ability.
The second tier assistant healer.
The assistant healer.
Yeah, the
assistant to the assistant healer.
Yeah.
But yeah, they kind of dart out because they realise that things have gone wrong and the Plant King is kind of the only out here.
Yeah. Now right away, Avantika's, and congratulations on everyone that kind of went, this is what's going to happen, and then was proved right, is control water and goes to dump it on the wall of fire.
Yeah.
Now Matt he said, about 2 hours of study to figure out what happens when you can do that. And he was all ready to bring that knowledge out when Liam casts Counterspell.
Counterspell!
And succeeds.
Yes.
And Matt, you could just see him in his head tearing up bits of paper, like, I can't believe I spent all that time.
Yeah, but I mean, Matt should have considered that would be... I mean, Caleb at this point is also exhausted, so you wouldn't think Caleb would be that useful. He actually turned out to be very useful.
Yeah.
So it's quite funny that some exhaustion doesn't change too much.
I think he only had about 2 spell slots left, because he only cast, I think, 2 spells throughout the entire combat.
That was one spell slot?
Wall of Fire is a 3rd level spell, I do believe.
Okay.
So it's a 3rd level spell slot.
So was that one of them, or...?
Yeah, and at the end he throws a fireball.
Yeah. So what was Counterspell?
That must be a 4th level invocation.
But that only had 3.
So 3. So he added 3, because Wall of Fire, Counterspell, and the Fireball at the end, I didn't see him do anything else through the combat. We know that he had a point of exhaustion, because he stayed up all night doing
the book.
Translating the book. So he was on his last legs, really. But kicked some ass.
Which is ironic, because he falls down later on as well.
I was panicked. I only watched this morning. I was like, my heart was going when Caleb fell. I was like, no, please not Caleb, please not Caleb.
But it wasn't.
No, it was fine. Holy crap!
You made it through the episode.
Barely.
Yeah, barely. So basically, the whole combat bit is them just trying to get off the shit and get the shit.
Get off the shit.
Ship.
Yeah.
Get off the ship.
Get off the ship.
And get the hell away.
Yeah.
But the problem is guards are now coming in.
Yeah.
Avantika's crew is just trying to attack them, and they're dying, and the crew's dying, and pretty much things are going kind of south if you kind of look at things.
Now, as a DM, I thought this combat was one of the most elegant I've seen Matt put together, save for maybe the high-level Briarwood fights of Campaign 1. But, essentially, you had a couple of spellcasters with a lot of weapons in their arsenal, not messing around by any means, and it's really cool to have them at the disposal of the enemies. Then you've got groups of guards who are mainly melee attackers, but also grapplers, so that's posing a huge problem for when they get off the ship. Then you've got the interesting terrain. You've got a ship itself, which is a limited space, water, which you can do a few things with, and then one really way out of there, and that way is swarmed by guards. It encourages like combat thinking, RP thinking, and strategic planning. It was just whoa.
But ultimately, they get captured.
Well, okay, so maybe they didn't really think it through. Let's run through the 10,000 guards.
Yeah, I didn't really know the plan, because they said everything went to plan.
Yeah.
But was their plan really to get captured?
Well, I think they intended some persuasion rolls, because if you remember, once they got off the ship, there was a lot of like, Avantika's gone crazy kind of thing, and then low rolls.
Yeah, because Jester had Dimension Doored out with Bo.
Yeah.
Bo is making a beeline to the Plant King.
Yeah.
Or like on PK.
PK, yeah,
nice
they call him on Reddit.
PK. She's making a beeline to him. Jester's disguised self and kind of just trying to rile up the people of Dark Toe
so I think
to believe that Avantika's gone crazy.
So I think that was their end game for the guards. They thought, if we can get them focused on the guys on the ships, we can just stroll away into the
So I'm guessing that was the plan, to convince the guards and the Plant King that Avantika was against them.
But due to some low rolls, that didn't quite come out. We also had Ford, I believe, using Misty Step to just get the hell out of there as well.
Yeah.
And eventually all the party gets off the boat, and there's enough kind of raucous to get away, but they get captured, grappled, and essentially say...
Not tries to run away.
Very adorable.
Doesn't happen.
No. Nice try.
But Bo does eventually get to talk to the Plant King, and it's very interesting persuasion by Bo.
Yeah.
I think she does a really good job. She's actually my MVP by how she worded things.
Okay, I'd have to go with Ford as my MVP.
Why Ford?
He had some interesting RP moments and also some clever talking with the Plank King and so on.
Well, so did Bo, so I guess...
I think both are worthy of the title. I can certainly see why Bo... Travis, for me, the moment when he was talking to the Plank King towards the end, he was very, very diplomatic and very respectful to get them out of there alive. Like, I think that kind of swayed some of that encounter.
I think I'm right.
What a surprise! Dave disagrees with Oli. I thought that
you make a good point.
But so do you.
But Bo did a very good bringing out the Cobalt Soul tie as well.
I suppose we should explain that.
Yeah.
So essentially, when Bo manages to run her ass off, like 90 feet at a time, using some key points and such, she gets to the Plank King, and the guards aren't going to let her in. And initially, she's like, no, come with me if you must. I need an audience with the Plank King.
Yeah.
That's when she starts trying to explain the book and hands it over and hands the cipher over. The Plank King kind of, I think, had a moment because he's a Goliath type, right? He was like, shit, I can't read. And he's like, I don't do that myself. And he brought on someone else.
Brought on a minion who was very kind of, he's a very nervous kind of character.
As well appears.
Oh yeah, Jamedi also was there.
Yeah.
Which kind of helps. I don't know whether Jamedi helped them, but it kind of validated some things they were saying, I guess.
A lot of people in the chat really like Jamedi.
Yeah, Jamedi's kind of like, it was an undead character. So Jamedi's an undead person.
Yeah.
And you don't really know where he sit.
We'll say neutral pronouns for now because I don't know. They.
Okay. Where they stand in this whole scheme of things.
Yeah. And then so Bo starts talking one-on-one to the Plank King, trying to implicate Ivanka.
Avantika.
Ivana's a friend of mine, not present in this episode. And then, that's when we get the expositors. I can't do the word.
Exposition?
Exposition? Expediters.
Expedite.
The order of the Cobalt Soul. Bo's order. The expositors, that's the word. That's the word. This is why you should not drink tons of coffee and not sleep at all.
You've got to have a heart attack.
No, it's fine. I can't. It's because my heart's going so fast.
You can't have a heart attack. No, that's not how heart attacks work, Ollie.
My heart's going so fast.
It's that's the problem.
Continuous beat, so there's no. It's fine.
Yeah, but eventually it's going to explode.
Yeah, out my ears.
And
but
then it'll probably be while we're doing this episode, and everyone's going to think I killed you. And then I have to show them the footage, but then it's going to be a little bit vague I could actually have killed you.
I'll tell you that you can keep this clip for later. Okay. I, Oliver, would like to personally non-implicate Dave in any part of my death should it be caused by explosion of heart. This is my own poor choice to drink nothing but caffeine and does not rest on Dave's shoulders at all. I absolve him of all legality.
Excellent.
Cool. So essentially we get Bo talking about her Order of the Cobalt Soul, which
I'm pretty sure there's some poison out there that makes hearts explode.
If, however, I do die of a heart attack.
No, you can't take it back.
Please investigate the contents of my stomach to make sure there was no poison involved. Anyway, we get Bo talking to the Plank King.
You know anyone from Russia by any chance?
My stepdad was from Russia.
Okay, good.
My mum kicked him to the curb.
You know, anyone in the KGB?
Well, I do have a few Russian mafia friends, Dave, but there's not really the time to bring it up.
Okay.
So, I've lost the word again.
Oh my god.
Expositors. That's the name of the Order of the Cobalt Soul, the group that Bo was a part of. It's the
FBI agents, I call them.
As Not does as well.
Yeah, it's the Cobalt Soul FBI agents. Look at them in that way.
So essentially, this is the first time we've had a lore drop for Bo in quite a while.
Yeah.
And I was very excited, as was the chat.
Yes. So ultimately they get captured and they get brought to the Plank King because the Plank King's not 100% convinced by what Bo was saying.
Which is fair, they're brand new.
Which is fair, only known for the day. Plank King makes some very valid points about this whole scenario. He's like, the party's just like, why won't you believe us? They're like, I've literally known you for a day. I've known Avantika for like 5 years.
Yeah, you do the maths.
Yeah, well, you know, and I can't remember the saying he says, but he goes, I'm more inclined to trust...
he goes, I distrust everyone, but I'm more inclined to trust the people I distrust if I've known them longer than the new people that I've just begun to distrust.
Yeah, that's
something
the one.
Like
yeah, something like that. But yeah, it makes a very valid point.
I was
not
not
sure,
sure,
the exact same way.
because Matt just seems to improv that line, but I was like, that was so elegant and so quick. I'm sure he'd written that before.
Or like, he says it, he's just like, did that make sense? I say that all the time. I say words and it's like, did that actually make sense?
That's why as the DM, whenever you say something like that, you just move on to the next bit and look very confident in what you've just said.
Yeah. While you're writing down just so you remember what you said. Anyway.
DM truth. All right.
Yes. So they get brought to the Plank King.
And he gets
everyone
Avantika.
The Avantika, the crew, the Mighty Nein, they're all in front of the Plank King for essentially his judgment.
So Avantika gives her account of events and is not quite as forthcoming and righteous as the Mighty Nein was in theirs. She says she's never kept a journal. I don't know how she expected that lie to hold up.
Yeah.
Have it.
Yeah, because Bo has dropped the whole Yucatoa deity, and the fact that Avantika does follow that deity.
Yeah.
and she denies that too.
Yeah. She also says that Ford killed Vandren. She kind of bitch slapped Ford a bit with some of the stuff that had been opening up to her about, and kind of used that against him.
Well, she tried to get the town's side. She tried to convince the town that what was his name? Is it Vandren? Vandren?
Vandren. Yeah.
Vandren died and brought this person back to life, and now he's come here and killed people. Because Vandren is apparently well known, and a lot of people know him in the town of Undertow. Yeah.
No, Dark Toe.
Undertow
is the Tool album.
Yeah, that's it. Sorry. Dark Toe. Oh, it's a very good album. I like Tool. Yeah, Dark Toe. So she's when she's doing kind of her speech, kind of her convincing, she's trying to play the sympathy card to everyone around. But then the Mighty Nein know that what she's doing, and ask the Plank King there's ways for people to tell the truth.
So essentially they request a zone of truth, which is always good in D&D, as long as you're in the right and not lying, in which case you're screwed.
It's not really a zone of truth, is it?
It wouldn't be a zone, I think it's some...
Punch of truth.
Punch of truth. It's the Cobalt Soul version.
Yeah.
But the great thing is, and this was probably one of the most fun moments for me, and certainly when I jumped up in my chair, is when Ford nat 20s the persuasion to make him use the truth spell.
Yeah, that was very lucky, and also pretty cool moment.
The chat just streamed with like nat 20s and people celebrating.
There was a lot of nat 20s in this game.
I think I woke up my flatmate screaming from the lounge going, "Fuck yes, Ford!" Which I should apologise for later, but
you should
it's their fault for being asleep at 2 in the afternoon. But anyway, that's... See, the problem is you know me and you know that I often...
I know who your flatmate is too, and I'm just like, I know why.
And also they were awake and actually doing work. I just...
Yeah, stop being a dick to your flatmates.
I love you, George.
It's like I used to live with you, I'm just like, oh yeah. Yeah, you would do that, yeah.
Any hooting the blowfish. This is when they essentially, Bo pops Evandra a few times.
Fist of truth.
Ivanka. Who's Evandra? That's
I don't know. Avantika.
Avantika. Evandra's like a World of Warcraft character, isn't she?
I don't know.
I don't know either. I'm so lost.
You get to say it. You're the one that bloody is saying it, not me. You like tuned to me and like, do you know this person
that I possibly made up?
Yeah. I'm like, how am I supposed to know? I'm not your brain.
That would be good. Can I hire you to be my brain? Because my current one is really not working.
No, I don't even want to touch that.
You can just sit behind me with the gears.
Can you imagine me in your brain?
You're in my brain
all the time,
a lot, Dave.
Yeah, but you imagine that all the time.
That would be kind of fun, I guess. You could be like, I've done this quest in a while before, go to China, she'll help you out. And I'll be like, thanks, Brain, Dave.
No, I wouldn't do that. I'll be so much more malicious than that.
That's true. I'd probably pour a coffee and you'd be like, I made it.
I'd be like, wait, Oli, you're a small dick. I can see it.
I'd be like, Dave, no, fuck you.
No, I don't need that in my life, ever.
We live together. I've seen you naked before.
Have you?
Nothing to brag about there. So anyway,
Anyway, now we're up to a good moment.
Yes.
So, Punch of Truth. Avantika gets asked questions from the Plank King, and she refuses to answer.
Which
essentially validating everything that the Mighty Nein is said to be true.
I was. This is another moment where I was whooping and going, "Yeah, get her!" Because she was put on the spot. They had her. They pwned her. It was great. Then the Plank King decides that no more needs to be said. The truth has been wrought. And
the truth has been said without saying a word.
Yeah, isn't that poetic? Yes, it's like Mozart. All the music he made was in the pauses. Or Oscar Wilde. All the points he made.
Can we just...
Sorry, so essentially Plank King reaches out, grabs Avantika by the neck, lifts her up, and snap, drops her to the ground as my page falls off. Also,
I did not expect Avantika to die.
Not like that.
No,
I thought execution.
I thought it would be a boss battle, something like that. But that was an interesting end to Avantika's story. Really,
I think that's when Ford kind of clicked on to, okay, this is not someone we want to fuck with, and we're into like respectful mode of we'll just whatever you say we will do.
Yeah. So Avantika gets kind of shamed in front of everyone and killed.
Yeah.
And that's the end of Avantika. And the Mighty Nein now, because Bo did the story, basically, of the fact that they were assigned by the Cobalt Soul, or whatever, the FBI agents.
Expositors.
Yeah, that's it. To actually find Avantika and kind of deal with her. Now, that was a lie, but Planet King did believe that. So as punishment for the Mighty Nein of causing all this chaos, to basically lying about how they got in there, essentially betraying all their trust, they are now banished from Darktone.
And Ford kind of goes, that is more than a generous offer, a generous sentence.
Yeah.
They also get the boat. They get given the boat, which is going to be huge.
The Squall Leader.
So basically, yeah, they're becoming pirates, slowly but surely, and now they have their own ship and vessel. It's going to require quite a lot of fixing and they do a little bit, but not it's not like
it's pretty roughed up, and the sails are buggered.
But they don't have time to fix it right now, because they're banished. They're going to get the fuck out of there before they get their next ship.
And to be honest, that's the getting out of there alive on the same boat they just had a massive battle on. That's pretty cool.
That was awesome.
But yeah, they get another boat, and luckily all their crew is alive as well.
Yeah.
Orally, my favorite character in the world, Orally.
He's pretty cool. I can't do an Oli.
Yeah, let's cut to the clip of Matt doing the Orally.
I suppose we could do that.
We'll do that instead.
Hey, Orally. Mm-hmm. Know the Isle of Basaft?
Oh, I'm quite familiar.
Does that seem to be the direction that we're heading right now?
About as close as any direction gets, really. Tal'Dorei, even.
I think that might be the place we ought to go.
Making me jump around a bit, guys.
Personally, I thought mine was better, but
It wasn't better, Ollie.
I thought it was.
Are you saying... Say right in front of the camera. I want you to say right now in front of the camera.
I would love to.
You
but
do
I
a better
really,
Orally than
I
Matt
really
Mercer.
Have to get to
Go
the next
do it.
bit on the list.
Do it.
I'm sorry. It's like we're going
Exactly. Like 1 second you're just like, oh no, Matt Mercer's like my tweet. Next minute you're like, I'm better than Matt Mercer.
Well, see, I literally can't do a better Orly than him because he is.
Yeah, but you
Orly.
literally just said it. So
Next point on the list there.
what's the next point on the list?
The next point. Okay, so essentially they're now searching for the next orb and temple. That's their quest. Ford wants some power of this stuff as well. So off they go into the ship, into the ocean. They get watched like hawks by the Darktone.
And it is mentioned that Jametti, or whatever his name is keeping an eye on them. So I've got a feeling we want to see him again. Them again? Them again.
Them, because we don't. If you had heard the, it doesn't
Pretty
matter.
sure it's he.
It doesn't matter.
He's dead anyway.
Then Bo sings, and it's the best thing ever. That's what I got written down here. I'm sure there's clips of that. So,
we would cut to that. We've already cut to the clip for the episode, so we can't do it too much.
Then that's when they essentially decide, or they find a shipwreck. Ford kind of says it's probably not what we're looking for, but it's, we need to explore it.
Yeah, they get hints of this being the shipwreck of where the ship was, because it was stormy. Ford kind of has an inkling it was around this area.
Yeah.
So essentially they go ship diving. What do they call it? Scavenging? What do they call it? When...
Salvaging.
Salvaging.
Yeah. So essentially they all grab... Ford now has water breathing, which is awesome. Very useful spell, especially in 5th Ed, because you just do it to a whole bunch of people.
Yeah.
They grab cannonballs and down they go. That's pretty
No. We missed a very important detail.
Ford tries...
Frumpkin turns into an octopus.
Oh yeah, that was totally cool.
Yeah, exactly, and you missed it.
And
so
then,
shut up. Nope, you can't comment on this. You did not bring it up, so I'm allowed to. So Frumpkin turns into an octopus. And he's like, ooh, goody little octopus. And then throws octopus Frumpkin into the water. He's like, go to the water.
Sorry.
And then he goes down and actually finds the ship. And then goes back up.
Sorry, it's the impersonations I can't handle.
The octopus jumps down on Caleb's shoulders. Oh, you good octopus.
What the fuck is this impersonation?
It's an octopus.
How does an octopus go?
No, it's like my feelings towards the octopus.
So in your world, all octopuses are like 80-year-old men.
The carers of octopuses.
Sweet 80-year-old men.
The carers of octopusi.
Coffee in their mouth. Octopi is the word.
Octopi go like, octopus.
You know, it's an old man eating toffee on a fucking reclining chair, talking through a muffle of candy floss.
I don't judge your personality.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Every time I do one.
Okay. You're not allowed to judge me. I'm allowed to judge you.
You're making up the rules as you go.
Yes, I'm glad that it took you a while to figure this out. We've done how many shows?
300.
And I literally make up all these rules as we go along. We literally have no meetings about this.
We've been talking for like 3 hours. Just wrap it up. Fuck's sake.
You still have to do the crazy Reddit theory.
I didn't find one this week. Everyone on Reddit was being all sane and logical. It was
Anyway, they go down to...
It's the worst episode ever.
It's not the worst episode ever. We've done worse.
It's not comforting, Dave.
You go down the ship. Anyway, we'll go down
Where
the
the
ship.
fuck were we?
Yeah, we're going to the ship is because they find ship because they're whales as well.
Oh,
Do the whales impression? Whoa!
No, that's someone with a serious head injury trying to explain
It's like
the
Dory
plot of Ghostbusters.
from Finding Dory. Like, whoa, I'm a whale.
I think that's insulting to all whales.
Have you seen Finding Nemo?
Not for a long time.
Yeah,
I'm
she
29,
speaks whale.
Dave.
I'm 31. I've still seen Finding Nemo.
But anyway, they go and they grab some cannonballs. They go down. They see a whale. It's beautiful. It reminds me of Bjork.
Whoa.
That's it.
Then they come upon the ship, and that's where the episode ends. There was literally nothing.
There was a little bit left.
There was a lot.
It was not as much as I
Anyway, there's a red boy over there. You want to crack that one open?
No, I need that for the podcast.
Okay. Anyway.
Anyway, that's
for
the episode. Wow.
Well, that was synced.
That was actually quite nice. We've
Yeah.
never been that.
No. Anyway.
anything.
And now we come to that point in the show that we read out the comments from last week. So if you do want to comment on anything you just watched, leave a comment down below, and we'll try and read your comment out next week.
We do, even if we don't read them out on the episode, we do read every single comment every week.
Yeah. I just wish we commented because I want to comment on something. I'm just like, I need to think of something witty.
Yeah,
and I can never think of
I'm
something
the
witty.
same thing. I'm like, I've got a response, but it's kind of scathing and sarcastic, and I don't know if it'll come off sounding like I'm...
So I can get away with it.
yeah. So we do read every single one, and then we just pick...
Because it pops up for us on both our phones on my computer.
Yeah, and we have no lives. So first one for me is from Richard Adams. Hey, dude, how's it going? Nice to have you here on our little corner of the internet. He says, the spell that Vera was casting, this is the end of the last episode, was the second level spell, Locate Object, that would have been cast on the book, which Caleb had on his person. Ah, right, that makes more sense. I thought it was like sense motive or detect thoughts or something like that. That makes way more sense. Thank you. Awesome. Good
Thank you. This is from Alethea Ashby.
Althea.
Althea.
Great name. I like that.
Althea. There we go. Oh, I can see the L now. Ashby. She says, I had the thought that if the combat is contained to Avantika's ship, no matter who wins, it could be argued that it was an internal crew matter and therefore the Planet King won't get involved, which might save the Mighty Nein from the wrath of everyone at Dark Toe. I don't think it would have been. I think even if if they contained it on there, I think outside forces would get involved.
Theoretically, they could have killed Avantika and turned the crew and then just sailed off.
Well, see, no, Avantika had such a big reputation, they wouldn't be easily be able to do that.
No, that's true.
I think the Planet King did have a high regard for Avantika until she was exposed to be a liar.
Well, I think she's very good at what she does, and she probably had the Planet King on a little bit of a deception trip, so that when she revealed herself and
from what the Planet King said of how long the Planet King's known Avantika's for, it seemed like he had quite a lot of respect for her. So he would have heard her out if we didn't get the truth.
Oh, it would have been so much different if Ford had rolled like a 3 on that use zone of truth type thing, persuasion, that would have gone so much better.
And Avantika's probably would be still alive.
Yeah. Or even worse, 99 could be like sent to execution. Or
I don't think Matt would do that.
No, he'd allow them out.
I think it would be a really ballsy move. I would think it would be a good idea if for a DM to have the guts to do that to the party. But you probably would never want to see those people again. No. Because you'll never be able to live it down or have a proper conversation ever again.
And my last comment that I'd like to read out is from Sammy Hopkins. Hey, my brother's name is Sam. Awesome. This is only my second time watching you guys, the first being episode 41.
That's the second time you touched my knee on this episode.
I love you, Dave.
You need to calm down.
I can't calm down. I need to keep writing this until my head explodes. So, the first being episode 41, but you guys are great. Yeah, that's all. Well, that made me smile, and I was like, hey, you seem cool, so I was going to read out your comment and be like, hi, Sammy, how's it going?
We do forget sometimes this could be your first episode watching us, or first time watching us. First episode watching us. You're having an episode right now by watching us.
That's alright, there's a lot of people out there that care. Just find a number and be safe. Yeah.
But if it is your first time, make sure you subscribe to the channel because it really pushes us forward, makes us realise that you guys out there do actually enjoy what we're doing. And
also, another benefit from having people subscribe, me and Julia got into a joke argument about who was more successful in the D&D realm, and she was talking about the Patrons that they had for their podcast, and I was like, yeah, but we have Patrons as well. She's like, yeah, but I got invited to do this show, and I just looked at her and said, 680 subscribers, and she went,
And we have consistently over 200 to 300 viewers a week, which seems insane to me. But you try doing on that on a weekly basis. So it's pretty shocking for me. When I'm recording this, I don't think more than 2 people are watching this. So that's me and me in the future will be
Yeah.
editing this episode.
And I barely think that you're even really paying much attention to what we're doing when we record this. And
You have literally admitted to me that you've never watched one of the episodes recently.
so that's us for this week.
I do watch it because I have to edit it. I know I do. But yeah,
I used to.
thanks everyone. And there's no word. We could thank you all day and it would be insane.
Maybe we should just do a 24-hour stream where we just thank them.
Yeah, we could do it.
Do a charity stream.
Yeah.
But yeah, Sammy and the rest of you guys, thanks for commenting. If you want us to read out your comments, blah, 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 remember, check out our Facebook page. We were on the Twitter.
He's doing a lot more twittering that I had to give him a compliment for, so he's good.
Thank you.
Thank you for doing more twittering.
Hey, it led to Matt Mercer liking one of my tweets. I'm going to keep that shit up. So yeah, we're on all the platforms. Come and converse with us. We have a Discord.
Links down below.
Yeah, come hang out with us because we want to chat to you guys because critters are the best people in the world. For myself, Oliver Dungeon Master, and
Dave.
we wish you a good morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are in the world. Nerds of power, fuck off.
See, now you've put too much together. I think you've reached the point you're combined too much.
Which out of the 3 would you remove?
I like... Oh, remove.
Yeah, you like fuck off.
I like fuck off. That just feels like a good explanation
fuck
point
off.
on an episode.
Yeah, that is. I like ending it.
Nerds of power.
Okay. For myself, Oliver Dungeon Master, and
Dave.
we wish you a good morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are in the world. Fuck off!
Nah, I like it.
I feel like I'm offending people.
Yeah, I like it the other way.
Alright.
Yeah. Yeah, we just...
Fuck, that took so much energy
Yeah, I
to
know.
keep that face
So
still.
the veins popping out of your ears.
I could feel the veins.